This is a shame for our country. We are talking of 9% growth. We are talking of sending mission to Mars. We are talking of sending Chandrayaan. And from there we will be seeing our small children who should have been in school, they are working. It's one of the most embarrassing and shameful situation of our country. When you said in in the pre-independence days, it makes sense. Okay, we are economically poor. Then during, even after having the constitution guarantee, you that time also say, no, due to socio-economic condition, children need to work. We always find that excuse. Okay, and yesterday I was trying to see what was the GDP in 1950 and what is the GDP in 2014. In 1950s, GDP was somewhere around 3 to 4%, not even 4%, maybe 3 to 3.9%. And now we went on to have a GDP up to 9%. So how do we justify still children working? And if you look into our education system has been such that where we are bothered or we are more concerned in identifying the jewels in the classroom. Okay, so many people are here. Here, I don't need all of them to help me in nation building. I need few, 4 or 5 of them. Okay, okay, 4 of them. You come. I'll provide all support for you to go up to higher education so that you help in nation building. You help the nation. So what about the rest? The rest, chalta hai yaar. Okay, in any way they will not help us in building the nation. Let them work. When the first National Commission for Labour was set up, and that commission also said, okay, child labor is fine. We have to allow because of socio-economic conditions, but there should be some provision for non-formal education. And all of you are here who can say what is the condition of our non-formal education. When the formal education, quality of formal education is pathetically low, then let's not speak about the non-formal education. It has not improved. And in a way, if you see, there has never been a very solid intent where we want to really do away with child labor or put a full stop. Again, if you look into the, it's more of a paradoxical situation where where we started talking about prohibition and regulation. Why prohibition and regulation? No, prohibition and regulation will, if we incremental approach of prohibition and regulation will only ensure elimination of child labor. So why, if you are really interested for elimination, then let's have a straight away act, elimination of child labor. Why prohibition and regulation again? So this reflects the intent that we really do not want the child stop working. Then come 1974, when we have the National Policy for Children. What policy says? Okay, the children below 14 years should not be working in hazardous units. What does that mean? You may not work in hazardous unit, but you can work in my home. You can work in the agriculture field. And these are non-hazardous units, you can work. But again, this policy failed to give a proper definition of hazardous and the definition of work. I mean, then it went on, and I think, sir, the first committee on child labor came under the chairmanship of Drupada Swami, who, under his chairmanship, when the committee first identified that no, there is a need to really regulate and have the framework, we have to prohibit child labor. And that's how, as late as 1986, we first had the Child Labor Prohibition and Regulation Act, and 1987 the National Child Labor Policy. We again focus only up to 14, saying that they cannot work in a hazardous unit, but after 14 you can work in hazardous unit. Then it continued like that. I think the second commission for labor, 1999, which really focused that the children should not be actually working. Anybody out of school is a child labor, and all children should be in school. And that commission also pointed out that there should be improvement in the minimum wages of the parents, and also spoke about women empowerment. And that was commissioned, I think that was headed by Dr. Ravindra Verma, who really stressed that children should be in school, they cannot be outside. And with that, discussion went on what to do, how to make primary education, because simultaneously the discussion was on to how to make free and compulsory education for the children up to 14 years. And likewise we had the right to education which came up. Now if we look into right to education, is it a real solution or is it really going to help us in eliminating child labor? No. Because we keep on holding the children in school up to 14 years, and during the cream age when you can really build them for the nation, you are simply pushing them out of the school. That's the push strategy we say. Where they sleeping this last 60 years? Was it? Is it not a? This is not a social evil. They never saw it as a social evil. No.
They were really sleeping.
Purposefully sleeping. One is you purposefully don't see invisibilization. I don't see as a problem. So, what is very pathetic to note, we have NREGA, which is really increasing the income. We say the poverty has come down. And right to education, why did you make it up to 6 to 14? No, the national policy for children was up to 14. Constitution recognized that we should be providing free education up to 14. So, we should go ahead with that. But now the national policy for education has recognized children up to 18 years. What is your take on amending that? I think this is the first point which we should be taking up with the political parties or the, whosoever come in into power to take note of it. Change. Let's bring the change in the Right to Education Act. Second is, we already have an amendment bill with the standing committee. And the standing committee is saying that children who is to work, the 15 to 18 years children who is to work in the hazardous unit will not now work in the hazardous unit. But they will work. They will work. No, we can't stop that. Where is that intent? Again, I keep on saying that where is the intent to stop children from working? So maybe if there is still scope, if the new government, new Rajya Sabha can really look into the standing committee decision whether to put a ban, no, up to 18 nobody should work in the hazardous unit, can be taken note of. Then the other area which is really invisible is the area of vocational training. They drop out. The other side is because they don't see value in the formal education, and the best way to hold them is vocational training. And we have vocational training, but the quality of vocational training has been such that they don't see a value. And recently we were doing an assessment where we found the person who is in charge of vocational training doesn't have a shop floor experience. And say for instance, I am responsible for computer education, helping children to understand about the software and all, but I have never worked on that. I have just gone through some books. So I have been made a teacher for vocational training. Somebody who is in charge of plumbing has never touched a spanner or has opened a unscrewed a pipe. So that has been the condition. So if we can speak to the standing committee and advocate with our state government, how do we really strengthen the vocational training and make it a part of secondary education? The 11th 5-year plan had clearly mentioned about setting up of child labor code and child labor advisory boards at the state and central level. If these two things have not been done, then we can still push for it and can have it out there. And the last one which I wanted to stress, the NCPCR had given suggestion that the new legislation which is with the standing committee should include agriculture and allied activities as a hazardous for the children. If that is included or not, I don't know. If it is not, then we should push for it. And NCPCR had also suggested on salt making, processing and packaging units should be taken note of. Then aquaculture and including fishing in inland and high seas. And the last one which NCPCR again stressed the children involved in carriage of goods and heavy loads, for example, LPG cylinder, consumer goods and other materials. These are the ones also needs to be included in the new legislation. If we can really push for it, then I think we can make some little progress.